gonna miss you, baby. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to spend it.
In about 40 minutes, I'm about to be boarding a flight heading out to Seattle. We all new here. My name is CJ. I've been in college for the past like 3 years, super accustomed to like being around my friends, being in New York City where I know everything's at, and it's just like everything's really familiar to me. And I'm moving to Seattle where I know no one at. I'm living in a whole new city where I'm gonna be an adult, having to pay real bills, have an apartment, and have like actual responsibilities, which it's not a bad thing. I just feel like I'm just a little nervous, but I think that's a natural feeling. I feel like in your 20s, it's really important that you are willing to move around, have these new experiences, because once you get older, you have to settle down and like things are a lot more serious, so you don't get those opportunities like you used to. And I'm like very happy that I'm gonna get this chance to move to Seattle.
It should be okay, but
the laptop out during our flight or any large personal electronic device with a keyboard attached.
Okay, so I just got my bags and I'm currently trying to figure out what I'm gonna do next. I can't check into my apartment until noon and it's currently 9:30ish, so I have about 2.5 hours to kill. And I have these big old suitcases right here. It's low-key really inconvenient trying to push these bags around, but I don't want to just sit at the airport for the next 2.5 hours. I feel like that's just like really boring. I want to like go explore and see stuff, but I think I'm gonna attempt to take their light rail. I don't know how it's gonna work, but hopefully I get from point A to point B. I might get lost, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to walk towards this light rail, and I will catch y'all probably either I'm at my apartment or I'm eating food, because I low-key haven't eaten yet. I need to check a meal. I'm like fake struggling. So I'm in my apartment. I already started unpacking, and I'm not gonna lie, my dad low-key saved me last night because I had like 4 or 5 suitcases packed to come here, and around like 1 a.m. he was like, yo, like you have too much stuff, you need to like condense it down. I still like on the low have too much stuff, but we're gonna make it work. This apartment's not that big. I actually don't even have a closet. This like pantry right here is where I'm gonna be able to store all my stuff at. Now, regarding my bed, I haven't really decorated, so this is why it looks really awkward, but I'm too tall for this bed, and usually I put my pillow like right here, so my feet are gonna be hanging off the bed, which is a little annoying, but it's temporary. It's only for 3 months. I'm willing to make it work. I already asked for a Twin XL, and they were like, we don't have those, so I'm gonna have to just thug it out for these 3 months I'm sleeping here. You know, Seattle is expensive. This place is affordable. So, you know, I'm grateful that I have it over my head. Your first apartment is not going to be some like super like bougie or nice spot. This is very nice, especially for the price range. So I'm grateful for that. But this is not like those like creators you be seeing on like TikTok where it's like, I moved into my $5,000 apartment for my first like crib or something like that. I'm like, that's not the reality of what I'm doing. I have a job in the shoe industry, but I could not afford to spend $300-500 a month for an apartment for 3 months. Like that would have been ridiculous, and I would have went into debt doing that. And that's why I'm here. I already ordered some groceries. I'm about to just get back to packing. I ordered some groceries to get delivered so I can be able to cook, because I cannot afford to eat out every single day. And also my body would get sick if I did that. So we're gonna make it work. But I will catch y'all in a little bit. time at Target. I've been like exploring, having a great time. It's been like really fun just being on my own and getting to just kind of like feel on my thoughts. But I don't have any pillows at my apartment, so I came through the Target, copped the pillows. I need to cop a little like mat for my bathroom because I also don't have one of those. I had a lot of stuff that I had packed, but whenever I like condensed what was in my last couple suitcases that I could not afford to carry on, I ended up leaving a lot of stuff behind that I actually needed. And I'm not gonna lie, these vintage stores they have out here in Seattle are very affordable. I went to an antique shop and they had some really good like shirts and vinyls and like stuff from like the 70s and 80s that were priced really fairly. I remembered that I don't need to make it impulse buys. That's why I passed up the clothes to get pillows since that's more of an essential. Alright, I have had a day. I've been like pretty much here and I've been chilling. It's been really lonely and very challenging. I did not realize how lonely it is on your own, which is something that I guess I should have thought about, but I've been in college for the past 3 years where that entire environment is constructed around social interaction, where whether I like it or not, I'm gonna meet people, whether I'm going to get food at the caf, or I'm going to class, or I'm going to work out, or I'm going to the library. Like, you're gonna see people you know, or you usually do group projects, you usually do a lot of different things that force you to interact with people and like, you know, make those friendships. Deep down as humans, we are made innately to one connection. And I thought that moving here and exploring yesterday, I was gonna have a lot of fun on my own and that I didn't necessarily need to be around people. And everywhere I looked, it was just people like having fun with their friends and interacting. And I just kept getting reminded of I was by myself, that I didn't know anyone. And the only interaction I had that was like organic was my Uber driver yesterday, because, you know, I met my realtor who like gave me my keys, but that was only for like 20 seconds. I guess I talked to the person who gave me my food at the Mexican restaurant, but that also was like for 5 seconds as well. I just didn't really talk to anyone outside of my mom for like a long duration of time, and like even that, she's not here, and I kind of wish she was here on the low, because it would have been fun being able to hang out with her. But I'm here on my own, figuring it out, being an adult. In a couple of days when I start working, this feeling will probably be gone. But I think this is like a very normal thing that you experience when you first move into your own apartment and you're in a new place. I spent the rest of the day trying to be productive and get my room together. I thought that by getting things done, I'd be happier, but in actuality, I needed to be out socializing and meeting people. I was so fearful of being uncomfortable that I self-isolated and made myself sit in my apartment and created things for myself to do, which ultimately made me realize that if I continue to live this way, I'm not going to be happy and really be able to enjoy this time I have in Seattle. I'm on the way to the flea market. I made a decision that I need to force myself to socially interact. I pretty much spent all of yesterday like wallowing in my bedroom and didn't really do anything. I like went out and bought food, but I haven't really been like the most productive. I feel like I need to make myself go out and meet people, or even at the very least just become comfortable existing on my own. One of the things I talked to my older sister about is whenever you move somewhere new, it is tough making new friends, but you also have to be comfortable doing things on your own. And that's kind of where I've had a hard time. I'm just so used to like always having my friends and college around me that I don't, you know, do a lot of things on my own, and I have to get used to that because it's gonna take time to make friends. It's gonna take time for me to kind of get accustomed to being here. And if I wait until like I have my friend group, then it's just gonna be a long time. I'm gonna be really sad. And also, even with that, like, I just think like you're not gonna always be with friends. Like, you gotta be able to do things on your own, and that's something that I want to get better at. So that's kind of why I am going to the flea market on my own, and we're gonna get some clothes.
Standing in one spot.
not gonna lie, coming to the flea market and being around people is making me so happy. I've already found some good steals that were pretty affordable, and I'm having a good time. I wish I would have forced myself to go earlier and socialize, because that's really what I needed. And the prices of clothes here, compared to being back in New York, are really affordable, so happy. I'm gonna just cop maybe 1 or 2 more things. I'm gonna stop because I low-key need to have money for groceries, and I don't want to break the bank. I'm at the grocery store and I'm appalled. Everything here is so expensive, and it's really frustrating because everything I'm trying to get costs so much, and I feel like it's not meant for me to buy for just myself. I feel like I'm in a unique spot where it's like I need to be buying food for myself, but the prices are not right. I'm feeling like I probably shouldn't have bought clothes and should have just put that money towards groceries because it's not looking good. I guess this is the reality of me not having a meal plan and having to be an adult and actually buy food and cook for myself. I'm not liking it. Put it out there. I'm not enjoying it. I did not realize how expensive it was to just eat. Every now and then I buy food on my home to cook for my family, but that's like once every blue moon, and this is not the same. If I gotta spend this much money on groceries every week, it's going to get ugly. Today has been great. I think the initial part of moving here was overwhelming and I was very stressed, and while I was cooking today I kind of was realizing how happy I am being here and how just this one day alone has really exceeded my expectations for what I thought Seattle was going to be. I think with any city, if you go to the tourist stuff, you're going to be overwhelmed. It's going to be a lot, and just being able to hang out in my neighborhood and go to the flea market and just do little things really was something that I did not know that I truly needed, and it was a blessing in disguise. Tomorrow is a big day. I start working, which is surreal. My whole life I wanted to work in the shoe industry. That was the one thing I wanted to do besides be a pro athlete, and I'm so grateful that I got open that door. I really didn't think it was going to happen. I applied to so many internships the past couple of years and have gotten a lot of rejections. I got a lot of humbling, and whenever I least expected it, God made a way, and He had favor with me. So I'm really, I feel very blessed to be here, and I'm happy that this is happening. And the one thing I will always say is, people will tell you that being an influencer and doing like the content stuff is like a waste of time, and I legitimately have gotten all the doors open for me. Well, God opened the doors, but all the places I've been able to go has kind of started at the root of me being an influencer and doing content. So if you're someone watching this video and you're like, should I start making videos? Is it really worth my time? Do it. I promise you, doing the creative stuff is like, it's such a beautiful thing, and you never know where it can take you. And now I'm here. Oh, and on another note, obviously tomorrow I'm not gonna actually vlog it because I think that's really unprofessional. I'm gonna ask once I get kind of used to working there if I can record stuff, and we'll see what they say. But I'm gonna post like 1 or 2 videos a week about my life here in Seattle. So if you guys love this video and you want to see more of me trying to figure my life out and get accustomed to living here in Seattle for the summer, subscribe and comment down below any video ideas you guys want to see or things that you guys would like me to explore while I'm here in Seattle. And it's CJ signing out.